You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Is Memo trying to start a war against two BD sets that haven't been seeing eye to eye already since around, let's say, the passing of King Vine-ish, you know, not too long after King Vine passed, you know, you start hearing rumors of it in the wind, right? And from my perspective, I could be wrong, right? But a lot of Memo600 antics on the internet, in my opinion, has played a part in that division and that animosity that can be, you know what I'm saying, right there from them. But in all fairness, if you go back to one of FBG Butter interviews, he in there he was dissing one of them BD sets, whether it was 600, O Block, or whoever. You know, FBG Butter got family that live in O Block. That's how he was able to go and come in there. That's how he was able to have a with allegedly T. Roy v. Roy Keefe, where he alleged that he whooped all three of them, right? And he has family members in 600. Which one of them is Butter cousin? I don't know. But anyway, y'all know. But FBG Butter saying this on this interview that, you know, saying he was on the call and he like, man, they confirmed that, man, they really is beefing. Like, he talking about O Block and 600, you know. So, and this was before Memo600 actually went on Clubhouse and was, you know what I'm saying, he was getting on Wani, he was getting on Gleese, saying that he ain't from O Block, that he Dante with the missing tooth. Did he say Dante with the missing tooth or something like that? And then he got this live. See, I thought he had said it on Clubhouse, but he had his own particular live where he details when King Vine allegedly one of his right hand man, Money Duke, for and then took his pipe for showing out in front of some girls. Like, it's that man, like, putting your hands on your man is one extreme. It's extreme. But when you take somebody pipe, when you disarm somebody that you disarm an enemy like that. You know what I'm saying? You and disarm somebody that you just feel like it's nothing. You a bit, and you are nothing. And I ate with an H at the beginning, and it's F you and your family. And I'm taking this, and man, like your man's. But hey, y'all thank me for showing y'all this. Roll it.
You can't even come to the old Memo.
You not from the
What you
old.
on, kiddo?
On my kids, you can't, and I just told you you can't come over there.
Hey, Travis, what you on?
I'm saying,
He,
why
Chilling, my boy.
Cause
Hey,
he
Lil Mike,
mad.
what
He
you on,
mad.
bitch?
Phone them came in him and told him he went from the O.
Let's
They
hear that
said.
shit.
They said no. He just be. They say no. He just be
Hey,
with.
no,
recruited.
They
outside.
say he just be with Gleesh and Duke. That's
Ain't
all.
nobody tell you that be
I
outside.
say the
gang.
nigga Gleesh ain't originally from the O. He
Ain't
from Mac
nobody
Block.
tell
First
you
from
that be outside.
from
gang.
Mac Block. That's Vontae with the missing tooth on phone them.
What? He said
You
Vontae with the missing tooth.
On phone them. I really know
Lotto,
niggas.
ain't you from Austin, folks, man?
It's about a boxing match with Duke. It's about a boxing match with Duke on Steve. I remember Vaughn knocked his ass out and took his gun for showing out in Iowa in front of some hoes on LA. He knocked Duke ass out. Took his pipe. You want to show out in front of some hoes on O. Niggas be bitches in real life, man. Stop letting niggas play with my name on these social medias. I ain't on here for that though.
Like I said, I think Memo600, a lot of his internet antics, well, a lot of his antics on the internet, social media, and him speaking on hood politics, different hood politics, you know. He don't do it like that. I ain't gonna lie, like he just be on here letting it loose with on everybody politics, but Memo speaks his mind, and when you a G banger, you know, you don't have that freedom to speak your mind, because the things that are on your mind are things that can get people locked, secrets, and just outright things you not supposed to say, that you don't need to be saying, because it's 9 times out of 10 it's incriminating, if not to yourself, to someone else, or to, you know, it's just something incriminating to put out in the air. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Memo does. And not only that, like I said, even before that, FBG Butter had been told that, you know, that's what it is. They really beefing. You know what I'm saying? I think FBG Butter words right out of his mouth was, yeah, they really is into it. That's exactly how he said it and what he said. But hey, coming up, we got these new disses. Yeah, LOL. I said new disses like I'm selling rap CDs from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? When you had to go cop the CDs, and I'm saying that like I got Nas on one, and you know Jay-Z on the other, and I got, you know what I'm saying, 50 on one, and Ja Rule and Jay-Z on the other. And nah, man. But we finna get into that. Before I do, gotta ask you to hit that like button. You know, it push me in the algorithm, and it lets a lot of other people see it, man. And that's really what I want, a lot of other people to see it. Share this with whoever you can, whenever you can. That's one that you don't really got to do, but it's all love for me if you do it, especially on Facebook. That's the greatest platform that I can benefit from by you putting this on there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's all love. And I'm saying that from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. I would rather you do it now, but some people got the attitude, I ain't doing it until you earn it. You know, in that case, wait to the end, but just keep your word. You know, when I do earn it. Last but not least, notification bell, keep you notified on everything I drop. So someone reached out to Memo600, possibly fans. And you know, when fans reach out to celebrities and famous people and supposedly famous people, you ain't got to respond to them. It's millions of them. Why respond to fans and trolls? And you know what I'm saying? But Memo does respond to it. And why would you? Because you want the world to hear what you got to say. That's why I respond to it. And this fan decides to, you know, say, you know, sorry for your loss, you know, condolences, things like that. It doesn't show exactly, at least Memo600 didn't post what they originally said, but his response to what they said was, F out my DM talking about sorry for your loss. We ain't lost on Steve. You know, they just opened up, you know what I'm saying? They opened up the door for Memo to speak how he always been feeling about Munna Duke, especially, you know, in the last couple years, you know, like I played for you earlier, like, you know, it's been up, you know, and one of, on the Clubhouse, I might have shared this part, might not have, but you hear Memo said, Duke, you know, I'm on your no, he said that mine, Duke. Like he was out, saying that is saying that you out there sliding, trying to get to him. So, and a lot of you might like to say Memo is talk, but whether he was at the beginning of his career up until now, right now, he can't be all talk. You know why? Because they're still allowing him to they're allowing him to front line at 600. You know, let's not forget that behind O-Block, behind 600, behind ST, these are real illers with a K at the beginning, allegedly. You know, so he's frontlining that. So you can't say something without you stepping behind your words before we step behind your words with you and for you. You know, but yeah, man. So when Memo600 say that, his big homie comes out, 600 Trigga. You know, 600 Trigga knows what WAR is. He knows what comes behind a mourning, a community of illers with a K at the beginning that are mourning. You know what I'm saying? He know how harsh that could be. He know how heavy that can hit. You know, and he wants to avoid that to save not himself. He got to look out for the whole 600. You know what I'm saying? And if I can, you know, we already ain't got the best of communication with O-Block, and you doing this at a time where they are out with all force and all blicks, all switches trying to get back for Duke, and you gonna do this and maybe turn that energy on us? No. The way I look at it is Trigga tried to calm the storm. He tried to tame that beast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so 600 Trigga puts out his own message on D-Thing. I appreciate my condolences. This is an over 10-year ninja for me. We took a big loss. I don't know what dude talking about. No, so he ain't put a name on it, you know, but of course everybody know who that is. Dude just said something before you did, and he was speaking the opposite of what you speaking. So we know, and they know. Yeah, man, like I say, man, trying to tame that fire, man, you know, and, you know, he ain't put a name on it. So, of course, you know, Memo got to respond. Anybody that know who Memo600 is, know he going to respond. You ain't got to question that. Why would you? Memo going to respond. And this is what he said. If it tuck its tail, it's a mutt on Steve. Don't let that go over your head. So it's like, you know, it's like Memo ain't got no respect for his elder, man. And that's crazy in itself, because you see Memo has great growth from the time he came in the game till now. Great growth, great growth. And just to see that, you know, he could have had some respect for that, because Trigga wasn't disrespectful. You know, even though he did say, you know, I don't know, he didn't agree with you and he didn't stand with you. Why? Why would he stand behind a dude that's dissing some internationally worldwide known illers that are going to purge? And what do Trigga know Memo going to be doing allegedly while this purging is going to happen? And O Block is going to be allegedly giving 600 the big belt, the belt from HELL. Allegedly. What do Trigga know Memo going to be doing while that's happening? You know, Memo going to be on the flight over there, flicking up on the beach with a beer, trying to shoot a new video scene for his music video. So to me, this is how I feel. 600 Trigga had to do what he had to do to preserve the army. You feel me? He had to do what he had to do to preserve the block. You know, it go from, you know, y'all at the ops 1,000%, then y'all at each other, meaning the O and 600, which was more than close, because King Vine and T Roy claimed O Block and 600. At least Vine did. It got 600 tattooed on him. Due to whether it was just because his relationship with LA, or because it wasn't just LA, it was because it was love between both of them. They were one and the same at one point in time, and they went from the ops to them into it, and then 600 now they beefing on the internet with each other. So I can imagine what it is really on the block. But 600 been inner beefing. I don't know what I'm talking about. They've been inner beefing for the longest, ever since C-Day and 22 got locked up. You know what I'm saying? They start beefing with Tay, had everybody beefing with Tay, you know, Tay. And then C-Day get into it with Rondo while they locked up, saying Rondo snitching on them. And then, you know, so yeah, man, that's wild, man. That's wild. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this, man. Like, it's a wild demonstration, man, right here, man. It's a lot we talked about, a lot we visited. You know, how you feel? Let me know down in the comment section. Along with that, if you haven't, give me a like. Press that thing 3, 5, 6, 7 times. No, because you'll be unliking. But press it one time. But you can share it 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know, especially on Facebook. That's where I benefit the most from, because it posts the whole video. You know, they love it. And I love it, man. Man, I love you a million miles for that, man. Subscribing, you know, if you haven't done that, then you just, the type of wrong you is can't be described on here, man. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I drop. From the top, this is the self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news reporter on YouTube at this time. The real So.TV. Your boy Soda here. I'm out, man.